Good morning, everyone. Today I thought we might start with a quick game of Would You Rather. Put your hands on your head if you prefer the first option and your hands on your shoulders if you prefer the second option. Okay, here we go. Would you rather be the richest person in the world or the smartest person in the world? Would you rather have a car that never runs out of fuel or a phone that never runs out of battery? Would you rather have a friend who tells you harsh truths or one who tells you comforting lies? Would you rather have a high-paying job that you hate or a low-paying job that you love? And the last one, would you rather live a life stress-free or live a more normal life full of risk and challenge? So why am I asking you all of these random questions today? Well, it's because the thought of today is all about something you'll prefer probably not to do. In James chapter 1 verses 2 to 4, it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." So, have you ever faced any trials or challenging times? Would you rather find joy in that situation or give up and gain nothing? Our college's theme this year is tenacity. Tenacity is being able to grip something firmly. Tenacity is also about being determined and persistent. A tenacious person never gives up and never stops trying. They do whatever is required to accomplish their goal. I once heard a story about a cocoon. A man found this cocoon of a butterfly. One day a small opening appeared and he sat and he watched the butterfly for several hours as it tried to struggle its way and force its body through a tiny hole. Then it seemed to stop making any sort of progress. It appeared as if it had gotten stuck and as far as it could go, and it could go no further. Then the man decided to help that butterfly, so he took a pair of scissors and snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, but it had a swollen body and small shriveled wings. The man continued to watch the butterfly because he expected that at any moment the wings would enlarge and expand to be able to support the body, which would contract in time. But neither of those things happened. In fact, that butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling around with a swollen body and shriveled up wings. It was never actually able to fly. What the man in his kindness and haste did not understand is that the restricting cocoon and the struggle required for the butterfly to get out of that tiny opening were God's way of forcing fluids from the body of the butterfly into its wings so that it could be ready for flight once it achieved its freedom from the cocoon. Without the struggle, the butterfly would never grow to maturity and fly. God knows the same is true for us. He uses our struggles to mature us and to make us stronger. Do you know, that has been for me what's happened throughout my life. I have faced many difficult situations where I have struggled, and if I was not tenacious and gave up, I would never have learned and developed new skills. Although it was never fun at the moment, we can almost always look back on difficult moments as crucial times that changed us for the better in some way. Today, we actually tend to view trials and hardships as a negative, something that we want to avoid at all costs. But this type of attitude does cost us. There's actually benefit to going through difficulties. The majority of people who accomplish great things do not do so because they have an easy path, but rather because they were tenacious and they pushed through hard times. Life can be hard, and most of us probably want to take a shortcut or take the easy road. We want to skip the difficult parts. But in order to grow and in order to experience the life that God wants for us, we must go through the trials. We need to think of difficulties differently. The trials we face are not pointless. They produce endurance. They produce perseverance. Rather than running from our trials, we should face them. James, in those Bible verses I read earlier, is teaching us that we should rejoice in the trials, to count it as joy. Not because we enjoy pain, but because we want to know what they will produce. James wants us to know that trials are not a waste of time and to understand what God is doing. He's doing something special. God did not spare himself from hard times. He sent his son Jesus to earth. He was tempted. He was tested. He was mocked, beaten, and chased out of town, and was even crucified on a cross. God promised that we would go through trials, but he also promised that he would be with us and provide us everything we need. So, whatever you're going through, just know you're not walking alone. God is right beside you, and he will provide you everything you need to get through whatever is in front of you. God is with you, so let him be the source of your strength. We need to realize the precious value that there is when you are called to face difficult moments in your life. Disappointments, hurts, rejections, along with many other types of pressures and hardships. These very challenges can push you to develop a deeper relationship with God. We all face many challenges and obstacles. If you are going through trials and hardships and you want to give up and give in and just sort of say like, I'm done, let me tell you that there is something that God has for you on the other side. When you experience trials and face heartaches, God is with you. Don't just try and run away from that trial. Ask God to strengthen you. Don't give up. He turns everything for good. You may want to give in and may want to cry and just want to say, I'm done, but God can use this for his good. Don't just skip over it without learning something from it. Trust God. He will help you persevere and lead you out of this. So, the next time you are going through a challenge or a struggle, remember the butterfly story. Remind yourself that this struggle is strengthening you. This struggle is preparing you for something bigger and better. This struggle was sent to make you stronger and wiser. It was sent to give you strength so that you can fly. Have a great day.